Next topic now in structure of atom is Planck's quantum theory. Now what is Planck's quantum theory? There were limitations in electromagnetic wave theory. So this theory covers up the limitations of electromagnetic wave theory. Most of the limitations, like first point of this theory is energy is emitted or absorbed by a substance not continuously. Electromagnetic wave theory says these radiations are emitted or absorbed continuously. But this theory says these are not absorbed or emitted continuously, but discontinuously. So first point of this theory only is contradictory with electromagnetic wave theory. And when it is emitted or absorbed discontinuously, this theory says it is in the form of small packets of energy, and these packets of energy are known as quanta. But if the radiation emitted or absorbed is light, then in that case these particles of energy, these are called photons. So in case of light, these particles are called photons. So for example, if we have this substance, it's emitting out the radiations. According to electromagnetic wave theory, it is emitted out continuously like this without any break. But this theory says these are not emitted continuously. This energy is emitted discontinuously. One packet will come, second packet will come, then third packet like this will come. So discontinuously, like small packets are coming out, and these are the packets which have energy in them, and these packets of energy, these are known as quanta. And if it's the light, then these particles are known as photons. So actually this energy that is emitted, this wave, it's not continuous. Actually this wave is made up of small packets like this, and these have energy in them. So they look like continuous, but actually these are not continuous. These are made up of small particles, and these particles of energy are known as quanta. Now if these particles, they have energy in them, how we can calculate that energy? What is this energy? This energy of each quanta is proportional to the frequency of radiation. This theory has given the formula also to calculate the energy of these particles. Energy of this particle, this theory says, is proportional to frequency. If we remove a sign of proportionality, we get a constant h, and this is called Planck's constant. Planck's constant. And value of this constant is h is equal to 6.626 into 10 raised to power minus 34 joule second is the value for this constant. And remember, this is the energy of one particle, of one quanta. But substance emits so many quanta, so how much is the total energy emitted or absorbed? For that, we multiply this energy with the number of particles emitted. So the total energy is, the third point of this theory is, the total energy which is emitted or absorbed by a body is the whole number multiple of h nu. So if n particles are emitted, so energy, total energy emitted is equal to n h nu, because number of particles emitted are n. So n is a whole number value 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. So this is the Planck's quantum theory. There are 3 points of this theory. First point is energy is not emitted or absorbed by a substance continuously, but discontinuously in the form of small packets of energy. And these packets of energy are called quanta. And how much is the energy of one quanta? It is proportional to nu. That means E is equal to h nu. And how much is the total energy emitted or absorbed? For that we multiply E equal to h nu with the number of particles emitted, number of the quantas emitted, that is n. It's a whole number value. So after this we come to the next topic, that is types of spectra. Now, there were three limitations of electromagnetic wave theory. It could not explain black body radiation from phenomenon, photoelectric phenomenon. And third is it could not explain the spectra of atoms, particularly that of hydrogen. So what is that spectra first of all? Spectra we classify into two types. One is emission spectra and second is absorption spectra. Electromagnetic spectrum we have done, that is arrangement of all the electromagnetic radiations in increasing order of their wavelength or decreasing order of frequency, is known as electromagnetic spectrum. Now what is this spectrum? Types are of two. First is emission. Emission spectra. This is obtained when the radiations emitted from a source of light, for example, if we take sun, and radiations emitted out from this, they are passed through a prism and then they are taken on a photographic plate. So that picture that comes on photographic plate, that is called spectra. So this spectra we will get if we take the radiations, like I'm taking the white light here, like the radiations coming out from a source of light. It can be the sun, it can be any source of light like the tube light, or we can take a bulb. So white light, and this is passed through a prism. This light is passed through a prism first of all. These radiations, when they pass through this, what will happen after passing through this? These will split. And these splitted radiations, they are taken on a photographic plate. This is photographic plate. Prism. On this photographic plate, when these radiations will fall, we know white light is made up of 7 color radiations, and the prism will split all these 7 colors. All these radiations, when they fall on photographic plate, we will get a rainbow of 7 colors. These are starting from the violet color going towards the red color, that is Vibgyor. We will get here like a rainbow, one color merging into the another one. This kind of emission spectra that we get is actually known as continuous spectrum. Continuous spectra. So emission spectra is also actually of two types. First one that we have done now is continuous spectra. So how we get this continuous spectra? The spectra is obtained from white light. This white light is continuous, that is, it is made up of 7 colors of white light, and these are seen on a photographic plate like a rainbow, one color merging into the another one, like a continuous kind of thing we'll get. There is no break in this spectra. So this is one type of emission spectra, because emitted radiations are taken, radiations emitted from a source of light, they are taken here and we get a continuous kind of spectra. The second kind of emission spectra is called line spectra, or also called atomic spectra. This kind of spectrum is obtained when we will heat a substance, like a volatile substance, for example NaCl will take here, or any other substance we can take here, or we can get this kind of spectra by passing electric discharge through a gas. So in this we have taken a gas and electric discharge is passed through this gas, which is taken at a low pressure. So in any of these cases, what will happen when we heat this substance, the radiations which are emitted by this substance on heating, these radiations we have to pass through a prism, and then after that this will split up the radiations, and the split radiations are taken on a photographic plate. In this case also, radiations which are coming out from this, these are also passed through a prism, and then these are taken on a photographic plate. So this is emission spectra. Why emission? Because again, emitted radiations from a substance or emitted radiations from a gas taken in a discharge tube at low pressure, when these emitted radiations spectra is obtained, then why this emission spectra is called line spectra here? Why not the continuous spectrum here? Because in this case, there's one difference here. The spectrum that we'll get on photographic plate here, this whole spectrum is black. We will not get a rainbow kind of continuous spectrum here. The whole spectrum here is black. And in the black spectrum, there will be some colored lines. Some colored lines will be visible here. Since lines are there, so this is called line spectrum. This kind of spectrum will be seen. So some kind of colored lines will be seen in this spectrum. Labeling will remain the same: prism, photographic plate. This is slit to get the fine beam of these radiations. Then this is the discharge tube. Gas at low pressure. And in this case also, prism, photographic plate. So line spectra, these are obtained as a result of absorption and subsequent emission of energy by the electrons in the atoms. These atoms which are there in this substance, atoms which are there in this gas, these are emitting out the radiations. And this emitted radiation spectrum, when we will get, that is called a colored spectrum, that is emission spectra. So why this is also called atomic spectra? Because spectra of all these elements, when we will take like this, it will come out like a colored lines. So line spectra, and no two elements spectra will match like the fingerprints. Hence, it is also atomic spectra. So for all atoms, for all elements, the spectrum will be different. It can be used to identify these elements. That is why this is also known as atomic spectra. So whether we get line spectra or whether we get the continuous spectra, both these continuous and line spectra are the types of emission spectra, because in both the cases we are taking the emitted radiations. In this spectrum continuous, we take the white light coming out from a source of light, while to get the line spectra we are heating a substance or a gas we are taking in a discharge tube at low pressure, and radiations emitted out from these substances, we get the spectra of these. And here the whole spectrum is black except for few colored lines, because these colored lines corresponding to this, the radiations are emitted out by these substances. So these substances are not emitting out all the 7 colors. These are just emitting out a few radiations, and corresponding to these radiations there will be colored lines in this spectrum. So this is the first type of the spectrum, that is the emission spectra. Now moving on to the second type of spectrum, which is called absorption spectra. It is obtained by passing the white light. White light is passed through a solution first of all. A fine beam here is obtained. This is slit, and which light is this? A white light is taken here. And first of all, this is passed through a solution. or vapors of any chemical substance. We can take solution or vapors of a substance, and then after this the radiations which will come out from this solution, these are passed through a prism. So this prism will split up the radiations, and these split radiations then they are taken on a photographic plate here. So in this case, first of all, white light is passed through a substance. So this substance will absorb some of the radiations from the white light. White light will have all the 7 colors, but some of these radiations are absorbed by this substance, and then after that these radiations, after absorption of some of radiations, rest of the radiations, these are passed through a prism, and then they are taken on a photographic plate. Because here some radiations are absorbed, that is why the spectrum obtained here is known as absorption spectra. Now, which kind of spectra we'll get here? How it will look? This spectrum will be like whole spectrum is colored like a rainbow, but in between somewhere there will be black bands. Whole spectrum is colored like the continuous, but some black lines or black bands will be seen in the spectrum. So this kind of spectrum is known as absorption. So why here it is black, why not it's continuous? Because corresponding to this part, the radiations are absorbed by this substance. So those radiations are missing from this thing. That is why in this part there will be black bands, because corresponding to this part radiations are absorbed by this substance. So this is known as absorption spectra. So this is about the types of spectra and Planck's quantum theory.